We made our way up the Tamar Valley and we got to Beaconsfield, and we're here at this heritage centre. So this is the Mining Heritage Centre in here, and there's loads of old buildings, the old mining works as well. Even on the road, over the road, there's the old mining huts and stuff. So there's a lot of history here. I'll step inside. Loads of the old buildings, which is pretty cool. And then right in the background there is the big mine shaft. You can climb all the way up that mine shaft as well. We're not going to go in this one. We've done quite a lot of mine stuff already. So we're going to give this place a miss and move on up. We've worked our way from Launceston, Beaconsfield we were just at, and now we're at Beauty Point. And we've come here, there's the platypus house, so platypus and echidnas, and there's the seahorses this side. So we're going to go and see the seahorses, something a bit different. They've got some special fish. This isn't a zoo, they actually breed seahorses here for international markets. They were taking so many millions out of the wild, so they decided to start breeding them in captivity instead, and they can stop them all being taken from the wild.
Now in this room we have the biggest species of seahorse, actually one of Tasmania's own. This is the Tasmanian pot-bellied seahorse. In the wild it grows up to about 30 centimetres. That's from my pinky to my elbow. In our tanks they're a little bit smaller just because of their genetics. If it's not perfect, they'll either start again or go their separate ways. Once they finish dancing, the female will align the bottom of her abdomen with the top of the male's pouch where it opens, and she will drag. Whenever you're ready, come again.
Here's the newly born babies, just a few days old. The tiny little things, really small. And the tank next door, they're a little bit older. Crazy, there's just tanks and tanks of these babies. Whole breeding program. They export them all over the world. Crazy. So they used to take 20 million of them out of the wild. So now they do it this way instead, which saves all the ones in the wild. Look at all these. There's tons of them in here. There's just tank after tank. These are handfish. Minute. These are tiny.
Some of which are already extinct, and 3 of which are classified as critically endangered. That is the Seahorse handfish, the spotted handfish, and the red handfish. We are the only organisation involved in 2 of these species, the spotted and the reds. So you get to see these guys here. In 2018, we got our first red handfish. So that's a separate organisation, which is INAS, the University of Tasmania. So there are less than 100 red handfish left.
To the seahorses. Two tanks here, male on the left, females on the right.
We also do not feed them 24 hours before they get dropped.
It's been fed. sea dragons. They're incredible.
Now, did anyone want the opportunity to hold a seahorse? If you would like to hold a seahorse, please go wash your hands.
We can just feel him squiggling about. Oh, that's amazing. That's brilliant. That is cool. Sam's going to hold a seahorse.
This one's my favourite.
Whoa. They've got armour plating so they can withstand like 50 times whatever the pressure is. They're incredibly strong.
I can feel his little.
It's pretty safe to hold. Squirm them out in your fingers. He's a hermit crab as well. They're pretty cool. Big beady eyes. Southern blue devil. Massive lobster in here. She just said she reckons he's about 25 years old. He's a monster. That's proper big. This is Greens Beach. We're on the north coast of Tasmania now. So it's pretty good to come up to the top. It's a pretty windy day today. It's blowing like mad. But yeah, good to see here.
We're just here at Yorktown and we're just staying here for the night. It's just $10 a night, no facilities, but that's okay. We've set up with everything. And then Dave's over here. Dave's looking pretty comfy there. He's got Romeo out ready to play. And then we've borrowed this fire pit ready for a nice fire. This is a dream.
Here at Yorktown, and this plaque talks about this being the place for the first settlement in northern Tasmania. We're about to cross over the River Tamar. We've got to go over Batman Bridge, which is a cool name. No idea why it's called that. A pretty big river down there though. Leads all the way into Launceston, this river. It's really long. But yeah, I'll have to look up why it's called Batman Bridge, no idea. Just come out now to Georgetown, and we're only coming here to do a little trail ride along the river, but on the way into town we saw an advert for this Mount George mountain bike tracks. So I'm going to check these out. They look pretty good. A lot of greens and blues, but it should be nice. Looks really well done. So yeah, we'll check it out. Cycled up to the trail and then got to this lookout at the top. There's a big platform you can walk up. Takes you to Georgetown Lookout. It's pretty good. Green Beach where we were yesterday. And all the way down the River Tamar. Takes you all the way to Launceston. I'm up at the trailhead now. You can see all the trails going off in every direction. There's loads of them. Greens, blues, the black. It's pretty good up here. Just gonna head off on a bike ride. But before we set off, there's this tree carving, which is incredible. It's really cool. Proper impressive. It's carved out of old trees. We've now changed from mountain biking, come down to the front of Georgetown, and there's a nice 6k loop. We can, well, 6k each way out to the lighthouse, but it's blowing a gale. Jeez, it's so windy. Last few days has been crazy windy, and it's still here today. Made it up to the pilot station. There's loads of properties here. A lot of them, I think, holiday homes. But then there's a cafe up here and I think a museum as well. Right up at the top of Tasmania now, just north of Georgetown. Come along a bike path and I'll show you. We've got the lighthouse behind us and then in front of us we've got the water. Australia in the distance, can't see it, but it's out there somewhere. And then this is the top north coastline. And yeah, the big lighthouse behind. Still functioning today, that. And then round from Lowhead Lighthouse, you got the mouth of the River Tamar. Massive big entrance. Looks like some crazy currents in there. Just down from the lighthouse we've got Lowhead Penguin Colony. Unlikely to be any at this time of day, just mid-afternoon, but Tam's going to have a wander down, see if you can see any.
Here's the penguin viewing platform. Here's where you come and sit and watch them all coming in. It's at 9 o'clock tonight. You can see all their little footprints in the sand, which is pretty cool. Their journey out.
Some more carved trees. They're incredible. What a skill. That's pretty impressive. They're awesome. Incredible talent, that. Pause the bike ride for Lulu to have a run on the beach. It's pretty nice. We've finished the ride and now we're just watching one of the big cargo, well, a smallish cargo ship really, going through the River Mouth. It's on its way down to Launceston. Super low tide at the moment. So he's got his work cut out. It doesn't look very deep at all. Just going through this narrow section. There's a tugboat down there that appeared to be waiting for him, but now is shot off. So I'm not really sure what that's about. But yeah, pretty good to see come down. A few containers on there. Just decided to stay the night near Georgetown at Lowhead to do the penguins. The penguins coming here, and it's quite a small group really compared to a lot of places you go and see them. So yeah, we're here for penguin parade. We've also got a pretty good sunset. Sky's going good, and there's the lighthouse we cycled up to earlier in the day.
Now these guys will do what they do best, and 10 days later they'll have 2 small eggs that are about the size of chicken eggs. It takes 35 days for the eggs to incubate. So these guys do like white shoes, anything with white. It reminds them of their parents' stomach. So they may come up to you and check out your cool white shoes.
Here's a couple of little baby penguins, just waiting for the adults to come back and feed them and look after them. Really cute. More babies on the path, and they just scuttle back into the hedges where their nest is.
Oh, and oh my god. Come back out.
We're just back at camp, just pulling back in, and there's these, well, we don't know what they are. We don't know if they're paddy males, but they've all got spots on them. So
White spots on their backs.
We're back down at the penguins this morning. I don't know why I'm whispering. We're back down at the penguins this morning. You're allowed to come you're not allowed here an hour after sunrise, but we're here a few hours after now, just to see if there's any penguins around. Baby ones that are left here. The adults have gone out to sea, but there's a little nest there, you can see. A little penguin just inside. Two little babies in there. There it is. Cute, eh? Waiting for the parents to come back tonight. Home alone for the day. This is where we started last night, on these benches, viewing them coming up out of the water. So they're all coming up there. You can see all the footprints in the sand. We only stayed till like 10 o'clock, and then they just keep coming in till 2 in the morning apparently. You can see all the footprints in there of them all coming out. Weirdly, the lady said they come out in exactly the same place every time. There was 3 spots on the beach that they come out. Some come out at that far end, some come out of that middle rock, and then some were coming out up here. And the same penguins come out at the same point every time, which is bizarre. And when they're born, they disappear out to sea, and for 2 years they never touch land. So they're out in the ocean for 2 years, and then they come back. They'll always make it way back to where they were born, so they'll come back to the same nesting area, which is just incredible. And then every night then they just come out as adults and come back in, and they're coming on land to feed their babies, or to sort of sit on their eggs and stuff like that. So or to breed as well and find a partner. So that's why they're coming on land. So they're not coming on to sleep. They sleep out at sea. They're sleeping apparently micro bursts, like 4 minutes, which is incredible. But yeah, so cool to see last night. And for $40 last night, it's just ridiculously good value. And a really small group as well, compared to some places like Phillip Island we went. There was like thousands of people there. It was insane. So it was a really good experience. But it's great to come back again the next morning and just see the footprints and stuff like that. It's brilliant. Like, they're all just little penguin footprints, which they made their way up this little channel here. This was the ones we saw last night. This is the path ours took, the ones we were watching. So all the way through there, and then they snuck through this rock, went up there, and then they made their way through that tree and up to the top nests where we were watching up the top. Come along now to Hillwood Berry Farm, where you can pick your own berries. And we're a kilometre away and they're already got the berries here. It's a massive place. It's just huge, it goes on forever. Here we are, Hillwood, pick your own berries. I think we're strawberries today, but they seem to have raspberries, blackberries, everything. It's huge in here. This is Tamar's a raspberry. Oh, she's changed to a strawberry. Oh, blackberry. Testing me in a blueberry. And then this is where you pick your own. Such a big place, this. It's crazy.
I can sing like $6 to pick a whole big punnet. So
yeah, and the massive strawberries as well. They were huge. But yeah, they've got strawberries and raspberries at the moment. And they normally have blueberries and blackberries as well. Some of these strawberries are huge. Huge big monsters. Look at that one. Massive. All the fruit pickers are working today as well. We drove for like a kilometre down the road and they were fruit picking all the way down under them big massive tents. So you got this bit here and then all the way up the road behind these trees. Starts just there. It goes for like a kilometre either side of the road up there. Here's a little drone shot of the farm, just to give you a better idea of the size of it all. That's the bit where we were picking in, just down at the bottom, and then just goes on and on. Thanks for watching. That's it for this episode.
See you on the next one.
Bye.